Today is a 48 First Alert Weather Day.
Not over yet. Right now we're watching clouds in the Huntsville metro area. Some rain too on our Breeze Camera Network. It's still 70 degrees. One of the things that's happened today, we've had the instability, but as you go up higher in the air's getting warmer. In fact, it's too warm and there's nothing to break that lid. Therefore, these updrafts have started, but then they just stop. Tornado watch really for a large area continues until 7 o'clock this evening for us. So we're not out of the woods yet, but it's looking better, especially from Florence to Russellville and areas to the west. There's still this area here we're going to watch from Hamilton into Marion County, just to the west of Moulton. And of course, there's this thunderstorm south of Fayette. We're going to put a storm track on that in just a few minutes. That's going to move across Walker County towards Smith Lake, so we will have to watch that closely. But for right now, mainly just heavy rain, a lot of lightning, and some of the more intense weather is actually happening here in southern Middle Tennessee. You get northwest of Pulaski there in Giles County, and also this storm here may be producing wind damage east of Highway 43 as it moves away from Anderson. As we get farther to the northwest, I think the threat of severe weather is probably over in Cherokee and Waterloo and in northeastern Mississippi. So let's take a closer look. We kind of go between radars here. We're picking up some near 50-mile-per-hour winds with this storm just northeast of Killen. That's moving towards Lexington, actually moving towards Anderson here over time. And as you get up here farther to the north, that's where we have some 30, 40-mile-per-hour winds and even some 50-mile-per-hour winds with that other storm. So here's a storm track on these strong gusty winds moving towards Lexington around 4:55, so just before 5 o'clock. Anderson 5:04, Minor Hill 5:16, and Bethel down the road at 5:23. So we're going to watch this. There's still high wind shear in here, but there's just not a maximum tornado threat with that right now. But there's going to be some isolated damaging winds, a lot of lightning. So a closer view here from Hackleburg to the southwest towards Hamilton. This is the storm that produced the significant tornado northwest of Smithville, probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago. It's been completely absorbed with rain and it's not refiring. You get south of Hatton, just to the west in the Mount Hope area west of Moulton, some heavy rain and lightning picking up there as well. And all this slowly approaching the Huntsville metro area. I do want to put a storm track on this particular storm. I think if any storm is going to become severe and pose a potential for perhaps a stronger tornado, it would be this storm here. The environment it's moving into is the most unstable air we have here in North Alabama. So just something to watch right now that's going to move across Smith Lake and could impact Coleman around 6:30 or so this evening. So let's go take a look hour by hour. 5 o'clock this evening. Still looking at the heavy rain from Florence to Russellville, but slowly starting to see an increase in showers and storms in Albertville and Fort Payne. And as we continue on past 6 o'clock, the threat's over in the Shoals, probably over the threat of severe weather is over in Phil Campbell and Hackleburg as well. And just before 7 o'clock, I think it starts to end in Athens and Moulton. But what you're going to see in red, very heavy rain, and that's going to become the dominant threat as we go past 8 o'clock this evening. As temperatures begin to fall into the 50s, that's just the beginning of much colder air coming in for the day tomorrow. After 9 towards 10 o'clock, this is all heavy rain. This is not severe weather. Doubtful we'll even have any significant lightning left. Your 10-day forecast, quieter but colder tomorrow. 45 for the high, 53 Saturday, back to 61 Sunday. More rain coming early next week. We'll track the storms for you coming up during the 5 o'clock news.
Within the hour, a spokesperson for the Madison County school system told us that tomorrow schools will be delayed. Several schools will be delayed to avoid traffic backups in the area of that Black Hawk helicopter crash. The 2-hour delay will impact Sparkman High School, Sparkman 9th grade, as well as Monrovia Elementary School and Monrovia Middle School. District leaders say they made the decision to cooperate with the Madison County Sheriff's Office.